man has come a long way, from some foreign country. Does he like us? You, me, the people of the United States? Can't judge much by the way he wears his hat. Now, if we knew what was going on under that hat, we would... What's this? Apparently he's come here to learn all about us. Probably mapped out quite an itinerary for himself. Let's see. Los Alamos, the atomic laboratories. That's not for you, stranger, no siree. There's a limit to our hospitality, you know, especially when it comes to military information. Now where to? A military installation in Kansas. Hold on there, mister. You're getting just a bit too nosy. Well, where do we go from here? Still another military installation. Say, what is this? A foreigner making a tour of our military installations? Well, at last. Here's something everyone visits sooner or later. Lady Liberty. This man is our potential enemy. He is in this country under false pretenses. He is not here to like us, but to destroy what we like. Tear down our way of life by undermining our national strength. And how does he expect to do this? Through espionage. He is here to obtain military information. Classified information dealing with our national security. And it is our job, those of us who handle such information, to keep it out of reach of this potential enemy. To do this, we must be sure our hands are safe enough to handle classified matter. The first step in that direction is to acquaint yourself with the Army's regulations on safeguarding military information and practice what it preaches.
Captain, can I use your phone?
Help yourself.
Yes, but don't allow him to help himself to classified military information. Classified matter may be seen only by persons whose official duties require such knowledge. What difference does it make? Well, see for yourself.
And that's the reason those babies have such firing power.
Sounds terrific, but how do you know about it?
Why, only this morning I happened to glance at some confidential documents.
Happen to glance. That's the thing to avoid. One glance is enough to telegraph a vital piece of military information to the wrong ears. And while we're here, what else is wrong with this pleasant little park? Yes, something that should be very obvious. This man has been discussing official matters in public. A dangerous act, punishable by law. Don't let any unauthorized person happen to glance at classified matter. Is this embarrassing? Bad etiquette? Forget it. Just remember this. That foreign agent will never be so polite as to get up and give Lady Liberty his seat. Safe hands. Are yours safe when you lock up for the night? Or are they like this employee's hands? No fault with handling the dial, all the right turns. But look at this. The bottom drawer is open, which makes turning the dial so much wasted motion as far as the bottom drawer is concerned. Now, watch these hands. Yes, these hands are safe to handle military information. Here's another sample of unsafe hands. This is like rolling out the plush carpet for our potential enemy. Now watch the right way. Notice how the bar is securely inserted in the proper place. Safe hands mean security-mindedness, and the security-minded person is a good housekeeper when it comes to safeguarding military information. Luckily, this scrap of classified paper is noticed by someone with safe hands. A bawling out is completely in order. She asked for it. Yes, watch it next time, young lady. Watch it always. Did you ever go to a security roast? Well, it's one where you make certain that every discarded scrap of military information is burned to a crisp. At the same time, the custodian checks his list to see that no vital document for which he is charged is accidentally burned. How easy it is to be careless. And how just as easy to be careful. Let us now meet George Porter, a photo lab technician in a vital military installation. You've met Porter's type lots of times, the person who always means well. But a personable fellow, as you can see. An ex-GI with a war record in the Pacific. Porter knew all the regulations for safeguarding military information. For example, he knew when and why military matter was to be marked secret or otherwise. Notice how careful he is. He doesn't stamp just one photo and ignore the others. No, indeed. And speaking about regulations, here is another instance where he shows extreme care, preparing classified matter for transmission. Watch him closely as he encloses the photos in double-sealed envelopes. This is the inner envelope, and true to regulations, he marks this secret. Now for the outer envelope. Yes, it does seem that Porter just couldn't be careless. But let's see how careful he was when it came to other regulations. Here we see him returning classified photographs he had borrowed from the files.
Marion.
Hi, George. Sorry I can't talk to you. Got a rush.
What's the hurry?
Colonel Green's waiting for these reports.
I'm going that way later. I'll take him to him.
These are classified.
Well, so what? I handle classified stuff.
But these were entrusted to me, and I'm delivering them. I'll be seeing you.
Say, how about a date?
All booked. Some other time.
I got a new camera. I want to take some pictures of you.
But George, what about those classified photographs?
The photographs you want are still out, Lieutenant. Mr. Porter has them.
I talked to Porter. He said he returned them last week.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant, but I haven't got them.
But I haven't got a receipt. I didn't get one.
That's your lookout. As far as I'm concerned, you're charged for that folder.
You misplaced something and blame someone else for it.
See here, Mr. Porter, there are certain regulations for these things, and I'm...
Oh, look in your files for it, why don't you?
Mr. Porter, it isn't there. I don't know where it is. But as far as my record is concerned, you still have it.
And I tell you, I returned it.
Then show me your receipt.
Okay, so I didn't get a receipt.
Now, wait a minute. Porter, you're the one to blame. You should have gotten a receipt. Those photographs were classified secret, and now we don't know where they are. They might be where anyone can see them.
Porter's carelessness caused a lot of unnecessary trouble. What's more, this act of carelessness became a matter of record. Bad record. A few days later, Porter wangled a date with Marion.
All right, now smile. Hold it. There, that's it.
Gosh, I'm glad I'm no model. That's hard work.
I brought some pictures I'd like you to look at.
Oh, I'd love to see them. Oh, now take Granny's picture.
No, indeed. I have my dinner to prepare.
Here they are.
Nice. Oh, this one, too. Yes, this is lovely. What's this?
Huh? Well, that's from the lab. Must have got mixed up with the others.
But it's marked secret.
Oh, well, I've got a lot of those home. I keep them for souvenirs.
Souvenirs. Classified information.
Nothing to worry about. I don't show them to anybody. Here. Here's the envelope. You can have the whole batch of them.
That night, Marion found it difficult to sleep. The classified photograph preyed on her mind. Not only did unauthorized possession of secret information worry her, but what to do about Porter? She knew it was her responsibility as an employee in a military installation to report this breach of security, no matter what the outcome would be for Porter.
What are you doing, Marion?
Oh, gosh, Granny, you scared me. This photograph George left here has got me all jittery. I suppose it's silly.
No, dear, it isn't silly. He's a very pleasant young man, but he had no right to leave that here. It places you in a very awkward position.
Granny, I should report this, but how can I?
If you don't, won't you be as guilty as he?
Yes.
That boy needs to be taught a lesson. I know very little about such matters, but certainly the government must have had a reason for marking that photograph secret.
But how can I report him?
Yet, how could she fail in her duty? Not only as a responsible employee in a military installation, but as a security-minded American. It was a tough decision to make, but it had to be made. How much more tough it would have been on millions of Americans dependent on such employees for their national security. Millions of Americans. Think of it. Well, it was inevitable. Agents of the Federal Bureau of Investigation came to put an end to one man's carelessness in handling military information. Yes, this was a visit Porter hadn't expected. But if you remember, he had unwittingly extended the invitation a while back with his first act of carelessness at the file room. Not knowing regulations is bad enough, but knowing them and ignoring them is unpardonable. In Porter's apartment, the FBI men found classified documents and more than a dozen prints of classified photographs. Souvenirs, declared George. Only souvenirs.
George Porter, under Section 2071, Title 18, Crimes and Criminal Procedure, you are charged with removing and concealing papers and documents filed and deposited in a public office of the United States. And also that you did take and carry away said papers and documents with intent to remove and conceal same.
By his carelessness, Porter had been marked as a possible aid to the espionage agent of that foreign country. Shortly thereafter, our unfriendly foreign friend was taken into custody. And among his effects was a list of names, workers in military installations who could be depended upon to be careless in their handling of classified information. George Porter's name was among them. Exciting headline? Does it make interesting reading? For men and women working in military installations, let it be a warning. Watch out for men like this. Fortify yourself against them by knowing how to safeguard military information.